everyone, this is going to be the tarot forecast for the sign of Sagittarius for September 2022. This can apply if you're a Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, as well as North Node. So be sure to check out the other signs or the other readings for the other signs in case this video does not resonate with you. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so not all the messages may resonate. So take what resonates and leave out the rest. And I also wanted to mention that I'm taking bookings for personal readings right now. So if you'd like to book a reading with me for a natal chart reading, a synastry chart reading, or a relationship compatibility or tarot, you can drop me a message on Facebook or email. Both the links are in the description box below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So let's get started. All right, so the first card that I'm getting is the Ace of Wands, Illumination. By the way, I'm using the Voyager Tarot deck today just because the messages are very intuitive in this one. The next card I'm getting is the Synthesis card, the Eight of Crystals in reverse. The third card is the Sage of Wands, the Seer. So, Sagittarius, you are coming into your element in the month of September. I feel this very strong Jupiterian energy that is emerging or surfacing in the month of September. And I say this because I got the Sage of Wands, which is the seer card. And the motto for Sagittarius is I see, and you are a natural seer. You are ruled by Jupiter, and you are very wise, you're very philosophical. You rule the ninth house, which is about higher learning, the truth, philosophy, spirituality, all of those things. And I really feel that the month of September is helping you come into your own, and you are really seeing your life philosophy in a whole new way. I wouldn't even say it's a whole new way. I feel like it's more about a realization about something that you felt for a long time. So, for example, you may have felt that your life was moving in a certain direction or a certain path, and now the pieces are starting to sort of fit together, or the puzzle is making sense, and a lot of the things are starting to build up together, where you are starting to see the bigger picture of your life and the way it's shaping up, or the way the pieces are falling into place. And you may not still have the whole picture right now, Sagittarius, and that's going to come into fruition over the next couple of months. But I feel like September is a big turning point for you, because it's helping you see so much about your life that you may not have seen previously. And you are realizing a lot of things about people, places, things, and situations around you. I feel like your third eye is very active, is very open in the month of September. You are reaching a level of wisdom and maturity, which is really remarkable, because that's why I said it almost feels like you're really coming into your own, this sort of temperance energy, which is very associated with Sagittarian, Jupiterian vibe and energy. So you're really coming into your own. There is a poise to you, there is a balance to you, which people are also noticing about you. So you're not maybe as impulsive as you used to be earlier. Sagittarius, you are a fire sign, and even though you're ruled by Jupiter, which is known to be very balanced and wise and philosophical, you are a fire sign, and sometimes you can be quite blunt and you can be quite impulsive. No shade, I'm a Sagittarius myself, so I'm just speaking for myself as well. Like, Sagittarius can be quite blunt a lot of the time. And I feel like in the month of September, there is a lot of the temperance that I speak of, where you are very measured in your words, you're very measured in your actions and responses, especially towards people. So you may be noticing this change in yourself as well. Like, for example, in the past, you may have said something rashly, or you may have reacted rashly to a situation, or maybe you spoke to somebody in a certain way and you may have come to regret it later on. But I feel like in the month of September, your actions are extremely measured. I wouldn't even call it calculated. I just feel like your intuition is so strong at this point that it is naturally guiding you as to what your next steps or step should be. You're handling situations pretty much like a pro, and I feel like it's your mutable energy that is helping you in this. Sorry, Sagittarius, you are a mutable sign, and this does help you a lot when it comes to being adaptable to new situations. And it depends, of course, on your whole chart. Like you may have a lot of other fixed energy in your chart which may inhibit this or prohibit this, but generally I feel like you are very adaptable and you like to see things, just see how things go. So that is very useful, especially in a time like this, at a time like this where a lot of things are in flux, a lot of changes are happening all around us. Even the astrology points towards that. And so having that adaptable nature, I feel, is so helpful to you at this time, and you're really tapping into that. So while you are being very adaptable, you are also being very prudent in your choices. You're not making any rash, impulsive decisions. You're really looking at the bigger picture, which is what Sagittarius is about. You are about the big picture, and so you're really looking at the big picture. You're almost looking at how things are going to play out if you react in a certain way, and you're making your decisions in a very measured way accordingly, based on the outcomes that you are anticipating. So it's not an impulsive decision. Whatever you're doing right now, none of it is impulsive, none of it is rash. It's very well thought out. I would even go so far as to say that you're being very strategic in the month of September. Now, because of this approach towards your life, which is almost like a new philosophy, I wouldn't call it new because that is very much a part of your nature. It's just that whenever a sign comes into their own and really realizes who they are at the bottom of it all, like what their sign really signifies, the higher octave of it, what it really signifies, then a lot of things start falling into place just automatically because you're so aligned with those higher frequencies. And so because of the way your approach is right now in the month of September, where you're not being impulsive, you're not being rash, you're being strategic, but you're not being calculated, if that makes sense. You're very pragmatic, and yet you know what's right, you know what's not right, and you know to take the right decisions. Because of that, you are reaching a new knowledge about something which may have been hidden from you in the past. Now, this doesn't have to be like a secret being revealed or some kind of mystery coming to the surface. I feel like this is very much to do with realizing your own powers, Sagittarius. That may have been a mystery to you in the past. Like, for example, you may not have realized that you could be so um, measured in your approach, or you may not have realized that you could be so balanced and so level headed in a lot of situations. But now you're realizing that there may have been a lot of tests for you over the last couple of months where you were tested on your patience, you were tested on your, how impulsive you are, whether you react rashly to things, whether you say things out of the blue. So there may have been many tests like that. And, you have reached a point now where, because you've made these measured strategic decisions in your life and you're not making any rash decisions anymore, you are getting a lot of information about a lot of things related to your own capabilities, things, innate qualities about yourself that you may not have been aware of. You may have known it at a soul level, but you're actually seeing the practical implications of that just now in the month of September. This opens up new growth opportunities for you, both in your professional as well as personal life. I feel like new doors are being opened for you. Very, very Wheel of Fortune kind of energy is what I'm picking up here, even though that card really hasn't surfaced. But I do feel that vibe for you, Sagittarius, in the month of September. Very like new opportunities opening up for you. New avenues opening up for you. Your creative mind is at an all-time high where, if you felt stuck in a situation where you felt like it was a dead end, your adaptable nature, which is why I said it's great that you're tapping into that mutable energy, that is helping you look at creative solutions to problems. So you're not looking at things as a dead end. Like you're not putting your hands up in the air saying, oh, okay, this hasn't worked out, so maybe that's the end for me. You, Sagittarius, that's not you. You have a never say die spirit. Like you always look forward, you always are optimistic. So you never look at a situation as a loss, you always look at the challenge or the learning or the lesson at the bottom of it. So because of that, new opportunities are just revealing themselves to you. So maybe an opportunity closed out for you in the recent past. It could have been a relationship, it could have been, a professional or business opportunity. But now you find that there are new avenues opening up for you, and these could be solutions that you are figuring out for yourself, or it's like a creative inspiration, like you realize, oh, maybe I couldn't approach a problem in a particular way, but I can do it in another way. So you're discovering new approaches to find the solution to a problem. And honestly, I feel like this new approach that you're coming up with, or these new solutions that you're coming up with, not only are they more creative, they are actually going to get you much more positive results and greater levels of abundance than what you would have found if you had followed the old path, if that makes sense. So in a way, it's good that the old opportunities didn't work out for you, because this is opening up like your new. It's like your mind is opening up in a whole new level, like new, like you. It's almost like new brain waves in your mind. Like there are flashes of inspiration that come to you at odd times of the day, and you're like, you know what? I can do it this way. I can do it that way. I can approach this problem from another angle. So it's a very creative way of looking at problems. Now the next card I'm getting is the Eight of Crystals, which is synthesis. Now this is coming up as a reversal. Now usually the synthesis card in the upright position represents, it's almost like this energy of everything neatly falling into place, and it's all like a neat compartment and packaging, and you don't really have to think about it a lot. It's very much like things falling into your lap and it just makes sense. That is not the energy right now. Especially astrologically, it makes sense because so many planets are in retrograde right now. We don't have answers to a lot of things or situations. We don't know how certain outcomes are going to play out. We really don't have the whole picture in front of us, which is why it's really important to take it one step at a time and figure things out along the way. And that is your strength, Sagittarius. You're very good at doing that. All the mutable signs are very good at doing that. Some of the other signs may have a tough time dealing with that kind of situation where they may want everything planned, everything controlled. But Sagittarius, you are more mutable and flexible, which is why I said in this situation right now where things are not answered, where you don't have answers to a lot of questions, where you can see the bigger picture, but you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle in place, if that makes sense. So it's still sort of like a work in progress, but that's the beauty of it. you know it's not a finished project, whatever that is, whether that's your life, whether that's your vision, whether that's the approach that you have towards your life and relationships. It's not a finished project, which means you can reconfigure the pieces the way you want, and that's where your creativity comes in. So the Eight of Crystals, the synthesis card in the reverse position, tells me that you are kind of winging it, but it's not really just winging it without knowing anything. You have a lot of accumulated wisdom from the past, Sagittarius. And so you're leveraging all of that to make decisions at that moment that are required in order to have favorable outcomes. So even though you don't have the complete picture with you of how things are going to pan out, even though you don't have all the pieces in place, you're still able to get a very intuitive inkling of which direction you need to take. And I would strongly suggest, Sagittarius, just follow your intuition during the month of September. If you feel like a calling to do a certain thing, do it, follow it. Don't try to put logic too much into the equation, because this is what is really guiding you in the month of September. That intuitive, push, which is telling you, let's try this or let's do this. And even though it may not make a lot of logical sense at that point of time, that is what's going to propel you in the best direction forward. So try to be in touch with your intuition. You are a very intuitive sign. You are ruled by Jupiter, so you are very intuitive, but sometimes you may try to rationalize situations, and right now it's not the best time to do that. Okay, let's look at the last card for the final messages. Okay, so we are getting the oppression card, the Five of Wands, as a reversal, which is great. I like to see this card as a reversal. The oppression card is a lot about conflict, especially peer pressure, conflict and needing to be a certain way because people expect you to be that way. So it's a lot about conforming to social norms. Excuse me. It's a lot about feeling suffocated. And Sagittarius, you hate feeling suffocated. You're a very freedom oriented sign. You like your space, you like to roam free, and then do whatever you want to do. And you're going to do whatever you want to do anyway. Like nobody can tell a Sagittarius what to do. Like we do whatever we want to do. We may say okay, but then we're going to do whatever we want to do anyway. Now the five, so this card coming up as a reversal tells me that you've kind of broken away from those shackles. Maybe in the past people wanted to put you in a box. Maybe in the past people wanted you to be a certain way because they labeled you a certain way, or put, like I said, put you in a box, and they always wanted you to act a certain way just to conform to that image that they had in their minds. But in the month of September, you are doing whatever you want. It's not that you're being rude to them. It's just that you're going to do whatever you want to do anyway, which is great because ultimately it's your life. So you need to decide what's good for you. So that's the overall energy that I'm picking up for you, Sagittarius. I feel it's a great month for you. There's lots of new doors opening up for you, a lot of new opportunities available for you. But just use your intuition as a guiding light and you will be able to find the right answers for you. It's going to be on point for you if you follow your intuition. So that's what I'm picking up for you. If you like the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Your likes help my videos stay relevant in the YouTube algorithm and help other people watch my videos who are looking for similar content. So and yeah, if you resonate with the video, please drop in a comment in the comment box. I love reading your comments and interacting with you guys. And yeah, if you'd like to book a reading with me, drop in a message. Both the links are in the description box, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.